What's going on? So you want to go hunt Saskatchewan? These are a few tips or things I found when I went this past fall for the first time. This is more for a video for guys that are thinking about running up there for the first time. First thing, cost, because I think cost is probably the biggest thing that people think about when going on a hunting trip. I went with some guys that have been there before. We didn't use a guide service, so it was fairly cheap. I think the whole trip, except for the breakdowns in my trailer, which I replaced a couple tires, cost me about $1,500. Kind of the breakdown, hunting license, like $175. They have some tag, natural nature tag, duck stamp type thing. I think that's like maybe $20, if I remember right. We stayed in a town called Wynyard. Got an Airbnb. We were told 5 of us. Came out to like $260 for 2 weeks. And gas. Of course, I live here in Vermont, so it was 36 hours. We used a 3/4 ton Chevy truck crew cab, and I think my what the gas bill was like $600. So, and then ammo and blah blah, everything else. That's where I get to $1,500. Other things to think about. Added into that would be what you got to pay to bring your gun across the border, register your gun or guns. I brought 2, cost $50. I don't know how many guns you're allowed to bring. I don't know why you need to bring more than 2. Whatever. Ammunition, you're only allowed to, you're only allowed to bring 11 boxes of shells across the border, from my understanding. We brought 2 cases apiece. They didn't check the trailer, so we brought 2 cases, which I didn't shoot hardly any of them. I'll get into that. So there's costs, things that you need to get across the border. Of course, you need a passport. Here in Vermont, we've got something called an enhanced driver's license. I guess that'll get you across the border. Paperwork for your guns, dogs. You need to get a certificate from your vet that says they've had all their shots. You need that to get your dog across the border, to bring your dog. The guys I went with, they brought their dogs. I didn't bring a dog with me. Saskatchewan, once you get there, the one thing you'll find out if you've never been there before, it is freaking huge. There's a lot of land. And the way the law's set up, for you to hunt a piece of property, you have to get permission from the landowner. And what you're going to find out is these farms are so big, you can find birds on some fields, and you're going to have to drive miles to find the actual farmer that owns that piece of property. You will probably spend more time trying to find farmers that own property than you will hunting. No doubt about it. At least in the area that we hunted. We spent a lot of time just trying to track down people who own property. So, basically, like I said, so the way that kind of worked was, the guys that I went with, there was 2 other guys that were actually from Wisconsin that got there before us, so they got permission to hunt a spot for the following morning, which made it nice for us. So we got to get up in the morning, the first morning there, went on a hunt. But it's pretty much as soon as you're done hunting, you're kind of scouting, and you're trying to find farmers that own particular fields. So you're kind of scouting in the mid-morning, you're going back in the evening to figure out where the birds are landing and getting permission. So it's kind of, so basically, like I said, we would hunt the morning, we'd get done mid-morning, the birds are still kind of hanging around in the fields feeding, you kind of get an idea where they are. Of course, later in the morning, I would say early afternoon, late morning, they get up, go back to the water. So we'd go back and try to get permission in certain areas that we thought we had an idea where the birds were going to come back. So we'd come back in the evening, figure out where the birds were landing, hoping we already have permission for those fields and then hunt the following morning. Kind of something like that. Something going to Saskatchewan, I think most people are probably going for snow geese, which is cool. I think we were kind of greedy and we had the thought, well, we're just going to go up and shoot everything, which didn't really work out for us. I think if we kind of would have stuck with like snow geese one day, maybe ducks and Canadians the following day, would have worked better. So what was happening is these guys hunted before and they know first thing in the morning that the ducks will actually come out and feed in the fields. So we had our snow geese set up, and then between the snow geese and the blinds, they would put mallard decoys, we had flappers, and the ducks would come in, not a lot. You'd probably get 2, 3, 4 ducks maybe in the morning, and then the snow geese would work. The thing is, up there in the fall, you can use mechanical call, but you can't, when you use a mechanical call, you can't have any other decoys but snow geese. I think if you're gonna hunt snow geese, just hunt snow geese. Bring the mechanical call. It'll be totally worth it. It's like if you want to hunt ducks one day, then just go hunt ducks. That kind of screwed us, because it was like, okay, we shot 2 or 3 ducks in the morning, and then all we were getting is singles and doubles for snow geese, and there wasn't a lot of singles and doubles because there's so many geese up there. They fly in huge groups. So that's kind of what I think method to the madness as far as hunting them. Oh, there's a lot of ponds up there too. If you haven't been up there, there are a ton of ponds up there. We hunted a couple ponds in the evenings. I would almost stick to the ponds. I'd rather hunt Canada geese, ducks, than hunt snows. The guys that I went with, I think they were more for snow geese. Everyone to their own, I guess. Which, like I said, if you're going for snow geese, that's cool. But if you're thinking you're going up for more ducks and Canada geese, cool. Which I believe you'll need a lot less decoys, because even set up in the fields, I don't think you're going to need as many to hunt Canada geese. Because believe it or not, there aren't as many Canadian geese, or not a ton of Canadian geese, at least in the area where we were in Saskatchewan. When we were cutting back through Canada, through Manitoba, holy shit, there was a ton of Canadian geese. Saskatchewan didn't see as many. So, I'm trying to think of everything I covered. So we covered costs, as far as what you're going to see when you get up there, as far as the hunting conditions and situations are. As far as how you're going to hunt, I think I kind of covered that as far as what you hunt, when you hunt, from what I've seen. Ooh, dude, you're on my side of the road. I know there was a couple other things I was thinking of, but I can't remember how they were. And I don't want this video to go too long. Unless I keep it under 10. I'm like at 8 minutes, 30 seconds right now. Shit. Yeah, if you take a trailer, don't be afraid to carry 2 spares, because this is where it got expensive for me. For some reason, the tires were just wearing out really fast, really weird. Like the outside of my tires were wearing out quick. I ended up picking up 2 spare tires there. And Canada stuff's not cheap. It's freaking expensive. It cost me like $230 a piece. Like here back in the States where I live, I could have paid like $60. So I wouldn't be afraid if you're bringing a trailer to bring an extra spare tire. Because like I said, and I noticed other trailers up there. Other people towing trailers around, the tires were wearing the same damn way on utility trailers. Like I looked at one guy's trailer, because there was moose hunting when we were driving up through Canada, and they had tires, their spare tires sitting in the back of the trailer, and their spare tire was worn out just like my tires were. So I don't know what the hell that is. I mean, my tires don't wear like that here back at home. I don't know if it's a thing up there or the way the roads are, but whatever. So, let's see, tires hunting up there. I'm just trying to think of things that to cover. Oh shit, I'm gonna break 10 minutes. To cover that, things you wouldn't think of or wouldn't realize by going up and hunting up there. I like I said, I think the big one is just realizing that you're going to have to do a lot of scouting if you don't go with a guide service. Oh, I got one for you. So we're in a town called Wynyard. Met a guy who knows a guy. Yeah, everybody heard this one before, right? But no, I met this guy. He's actually another guy. He's from Wisconsin. We met him up there. And he has a friend that actually lives in that area. And the guy is a heavy equipment mechanic. And what he does, this guy, he works on all the equipment of farmers in that area. But what this guy did is he's got a lot of property. I guess he has a wooded lot that his house is on. And he set up like a mobile home. And he's got a couple buildings that he set up for hunters to come and stay in. And he just started it this past year, which is really cool. Because when you think about it, so this guy, what he does is he works on farm equipment on all the farms, so he knows all the farmers. So you already got an in to the farms. And which is cool too, is this guy would be willing to make phone calls to figure out where the birds are. So you can have him make phone calls and send you on the way to find the birds. So this would literally save you a lot of time if this is something you guys are interested in, or one or two people or whatever. If this is something you're interested in, I'm trying to say is shoot me a message. I have the guy's contact information. I technically haven't met the guy. Two of the guys that were in our group actually went to the guy's property and they took pictures. I wish I had some pictures because I posted pictures, but I don't have the pictures. It's not a bad place. Like I said, it's got a mobile home. He's got a couple, like, I don't want to say sheds, but bigger buildings, outbuildings. And the insides, they're nice. They have bedrooms and everything, running water, bathrooms. But he also, and it's a wooded area, it's kind of secluded, so you're by yourself or with the people you're with. He's got a separate building for cleaning your waterfowl, which is kind of nice, because where we were set up, we were kind of, well, we were in this area, it was all townhouses. And across the road is where we set up our tables to process the birds. Well, apparently they didn't like where we set up, because we ended up getting a phone call from the owner of the townhouse that said we had to move our tables because of whatever, this, that, and the other thing. Where this guy's all set up for it. And I guess on this guy's property, he actually has a couple of ponds that you can hunt too. And if you get dogs, it's an area for your dogs to run around. So that was one thing I wanted to remember. Like I said, it's in the area of Wynyard. So you can look that on a map. I think that area might be a cool area to go. Like I said, there was a ton of birds. Just reach out to me and I will send you the information, and you can kind of explain where you got the information from. Somebody that knew somebody that had the information, contact him. Oh, that's one thing you're gonna find out too. If you go up there, everybody's super nice. Everybody's really nice up there. The farmers are super nice. I think that's pretty much everything. I don't think there's much else to cover. I mean, $1,500, seriously. I mean, I got it if you're a young guy or whatever, or you got a family and you ain't got a ton of money, it's something you can't do. But I mean, if you start saving now, start putting your money away, whatever, $1,500. Because honestly, I mean, where I live, you literally in 2 weeks, you'll shoot more birds in 2 weeks than you'll shoot the whole season here. There's no doubt about it. I mean, honestly, I got back home and I think I hunted, I don't even know if I hunted 2 days. I hunted 1 day. And that's it. You get back, you see all these birds, and you're like, it's not even worth it anymore. So, I mean, it's, yeah, I don't even know how much hunting I'll do back here at home. So, yeah, I definitely think if you get the opportunity, you get the money together, it's totally worth it. Get a couple buddies together. I mean, I got that contact information. Contact me. I'll shoot it out to you, or if you know of another. Hey, if you know people that have been up there, just talk to them. Get the lay of the land. They'll let you know. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And I hope this helps a couple people. And if you're teetering on the fence about it, should I go up? Shouldn't I go up? Go up, or any hunting trip. You know, I think everybody thinks, oh, I can't afford an outfitter. If you really start talking to people, you're going to find out how many people actually just go out and hunt themselves on public property or find areas. I mean, I know people that hunt Dakotas, hunt Illinois, from Oklahoma that don't pay to go hunting. You know, you just kind of, you might have to suck it up, and 1 year might not be that great, and you just kind of get the lay of the land, and after that you're in. But that's my video. That's all I got to say. Like I said, I hope it's helpful. If anybody wants to contact me to get that information, go ahead and shoot me a message, and have a great rest of your day. Take it easy. Bye.